Hi, I'm Eddie, and I'm going to talk about my finding Jesus and about how you can too, with not being prescribed to any formal religion. So I'll just tell you my story. It might help, might give you some ideas, pointers. So everything seems quite complicated in finding Jesus when you've got a prescribed uh, religion. So I'm going to just take you through the process that I went through. It was all my life up to finding Jesus. So I started out as an atheist. My mum and dad brought me up that way. We went to Sunday school a couple of times, and then my brother started making an altar in the toilet with candles and that. So it was funny. So I think that, I don't know if that, it wasn't that, but we weren't very serious church-going people. So it started. That was the start, and then later in my 20s, it might have been early 30s, we had a ghost encounter, and we lived in a haunted house. So you can see a prior video to that on the YouTube. So have a look at that. But that made me think I wanted to be protected, and I realised there was more to life than what you see around you. So I got baptised the same time as my daughter did. So that's quite good. And then I got given a Bible, and I read that every night and still do. So so that gave me good reassurance, I felt safe, and that's where that came from. I think that part of the secret of getting closer to Jesus is having a clean life, avoiding hurt for other people. Don't hurt other people, and when you avoid hurting other people, you don't have the guilt associated with it. So those are the two things to be mindful of. Hurting people is sort of like sin. You could call it karma or whatever you want. And having gratitude, being thankful for things around you. Like if you're ungrateful and you're angry at the world, what you're effectively saying is that you don't appreciate God's creation. And the way the universe works is it always try and give you the lessons that you need rather than the ones that you think you need. So you can get into a cycle of whatever it is. We've all been there. Sometimes we stay there, and sometimes we make different cycles. So try and choose the ones that you like more enjoyable, I suppose. So you've got living clean, having gratitude, and there's I'm sure there's another one. It'll come to me soon. There's lots of things to get closer to Jesus. So I suppose the other one is to love yourself. So because Jesus said the temple is your body, and Jesus would find it very hard to reside in a body that doesn't actually love themselves. So that was the third one. So I had an spiritual awakening experience. I don't think you necessarily need that to find Jesus, but what I did prior to that happening and spurred it on was I forgave myself for the things that I had done, and that made my life harder, and I could have made it a lot easier. So choices to make. Everyone does it. So and then I forgave God. I don't know if you have to do that or not, but I felt I needed to, so I did that. And then I asked for forgiveness myself from God. So yeah, and then my spiritual awakening happened soon after that. So forgiveness is a big thing. And so in my awakening, it was sort of like a conscious level where it's almost like I'm awake, but in my mind I've got the cross of Jesus and I'm laying my cross on top of his. So that was the imagery that was coming up at the time. And and I feel like I've got a relationship with Jesus, so he's like almost, he's inside me sort of thing, as he is in other people too. So there's a little bit of Jesus in everyone, I suppose. But it's being aware of that. So it's and clean living, which what I mean by that is excess alcohol, sex, drugs and debauchery sort of thing. Avoid that a little bit sort of thing, because that is not self-love, the excesses. So I think if you want a step-by-step process of finding Jesus, that's it's not a step-by-step, but some guide that's coming somewhere towards it, and also the intention, because I found this was probably about 8 months ago, a year ago. I was in bed, and then it was sort of like I woken up, or it was a lucid dream, and I saw Buddha coming above me across the bed head, and I'm thinking, that's strange, because I'm a Christian. I've been going to church as well, for the last 20 years. So after I got baptised, of course, and regularly, and so I hadn't researched anything to do with Buddha, so I was wondering where that came from. But anyway, I wasn't going to knock it. Buddha's a teacher of spirituality, so that's a good thing, and happy that happened. And although we didn't correspond or speak or anything, so and also I had a lucid dream of seeing God, which I've mentioned before in another video earlier, and so I was like a week into my awakening experience, and I was thinking, it's funny, I've seen God and Buddha, but I haven't seen Jesus, and one must seek Jesus. So yes, so I made the intention that I'd like to seek Jesus. So, and that's what I did for a couple of nights. I had set the intention, you've got to say the words out. When you verbalise the words, it has more power. So that's what I did, and then one of those nights, I had that awakening experience with the two crosses, my one on his, which means I was taking up his cross as well, I suppose. Big shoes, but so that was a thing. I think earlier in my life I was a little bit scared that I didn't like the idea of being, possessed, or it wasn't possessed, but receiving Jesus. So, and I think that when you start to get more comfortable with, it's actually a good thing, and what could go wrong. So so it's something to be embraced. So yeah, so that's me finding Jesus, and I hope that this guides you somehow into finding Jesus for yourself, if you haven't already. And yeah, so yeah, yeah, all the best, and yeah, check out all those other videos I mentioned, and of course we've got that cutitoutcards.com if you want to check out some cards, printable cards. So yeah, we'll see you on the next video. See ya.